Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. Today we're going to look at Mookie bets for a couple minutes here. I threw this up on Instagram and I had a lot of people commenting and asking me questions about it. And so what I want to look at, Mookie Betts obviously has a ton of power, right? And he's not a really big guy. And so I get asked all the time, how does somebody that small create such great bat speed? How are they able to hit the ball so far? It's all about moving your body in the right manner. So the sequence of the swing, moving your body so that you essentially turn your body into a whip. Okay, you're able to create a whole lot of stretch. It's like taking an elastic band and pulling it back and storing energy, creating stretch in that band. The more you pull it back, the more energy that you store, the further the band's going to fly when you finally let it go. So when you watch Bet swing, this is a really cool shot of it. I want you to watch something here. So as he's striding into the ball, right? So he's moving into the ball here, okay? As he's moving this way, he's pulling back with his upper body that way, okay? Now watch as his front foot here starts to get into the ground. Right as he's about to get into the ground, you can see that his lower body, his back leg is going to start to turn him. If you just watch this stripe right here on his pant leg, all right, watch that stripe. See how it's starting to turn right there? Right, so his lower body is turning him this way. But when he's doing that, watch the bets and the 50 on his jersey. See how that's not turning? So this is turning, right? But the bets and the 50 isn't turning. So his upper body, he's pulling back with his upper body as his front foot comes into the ground and his back leg starts to turn him right there. So what's happening is this pullback right here, when he's pulling back this way, as he's pulling back this way with his upper body and his lower body starting to turn, that's creating a large amount of stretch across his body. So this is pulling here and the upper body's resisting. It's not letting itself turn. It's just like pulling back an elastic. And then finally when he launches, so here you can see the rear elbow starting to work under and he starts to launch finally. Now the upper body starts to go and the bat ends up being the last thing that kind of boom whips through. So at this point right here, if you look at this, you can see the top of the bat right there. His bat is laid back. His belt buckle is already facing the pitcher. So his lower body has turned. Right, so this turns, then the bat comes through. So when I say sequence, that's really what I mean. How does the body unravel and when does the bat actually work through the zone? What you see with a lot of players is they do the opposite. A lot of young players do the opposite. But you'll see it at all levels where the bat ends up wanting to go, right? The upper body wants to go first and it beats the lower body. So there's no stretch created. Versus here, this is turning me. Shoulders are still closed. These are opening. Then shoulders will start to turn, or upper body starts to turn. Then bat comes. Home run. All right, so if you just kind of go through and watch how players, how they unravel, right? How they unwind their swing. The guys that are able to hit for a ton of power, especially guys that aren't really big guys, they do a really good job of turning their body really into a whip. So hopefully this makes sense. We've made a lot of videos on this, but I love looking at different major league hitters and just seeing how they do it instead of me just kind of talking about it and showing, my own swing, to be able to look at some of the best hitters in the league and exactly what they're doing. So Okay, go back and watch our other videos if you haven't seen it before on the pullback, on on a lot of different pieces of the swing. I think that'll help you guys out. Comment section below, subscribe to the channel, share the video with all your friends. Really appreciate that. We have a deal going on with Plate Crate in the description box below. If you click on the link, type in Antonelli, you get 50% off your first Plate Crate. Also have a link to our Patreon page where you can help support the channel. We'd really appreciate that. And we've got a bunch of other stuff as well to check out, so definitely do all that. And that's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.